Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, exploring the issues affecting all of our lives. I'm your host, Austin Harris. Today we turn our attention to the economy and the engine that powers that economy, namely small businesses. Not only do small businesses provide more jobs, they also bring careers and opportunities. Whilst it's the larger corporations that we think of when it comes to job creation, it is in fact small businesses that employ more people and can be more resilient when times get tough. And make no mistake, times are tough in the Cayman Islands. Joining me today to engage this very important topic, it is my pleasure to welcome to Let's Talk the president of the Cayman Islands Small Business Association, joining us via Zoom, Ms Dawn McLean-Brady. Hi Dawn, thank you for joining us here on Let's Talk.
Thank you so much for having me.
An absolute pleasure. Well, let's talk a little bit about SISPA, the Cayman Islands Small Business Association. How long have you been established as an organization, and how do you help small businesses?
Thank you for that question. SISPA is a nonprofit organization. It was founded in 2007. At the time, it was Cayman Islands Investment Bureau, and they had a small business development division. SISPA is led by micro and small business owners. Our passion is to support, mentor, coach, educate micro and small businesses on how we can thrive and navigate in the Cayman Islands. So some of the services that we provide, we believe we're the voice for small businesses. We believe in the power of information sharing. We have events, socials. We were the first to provide a small business grant in 2019. We're in the process of launching a new website that will be able to promote and showcase our membership products and services. We allow turnkey service, and we realize efficiencies by partnering with each other. And finally, it's an awesome opportunity to network, and leverage small businesses and reach the community. We have an expo that, fingers crossed, this year will be our 7th year that we'll have the expo, and that allows us to showcase our products and services in one place, and we invite the general public to attend.
Excellent. Now, how do small businesses become members of SISPA, and is there a limit on the company size?
We focus on micro and small business owners primarily. We'll assist some medium, but our focus really is micro and small. How you can reach us, you can call us on 946-3147. Our program coordinator is Cheryl Almazri. She'll be happy to assist anyone. You can email us on SISPA, C-I-S-B-A, cayman@gmail.com, or we have an office located on 151 Mary Street. And we're excited to have anyone just walk in. We encourage people. We're there Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Thank you for that. Now, I also understand you recently received, I believe it was a new board. Talk to us a little bit about the people who are behind this fantastic organization.
Yes, Austin, yes. We have a new board, and I'd like to take this opportunity to publicly thank them for all of their efforts thus far. The Vice President is Stafford Berry. Andrew Thomas is our treasurer, and our other directors and executive members are Fritz McPherson, Pat Hewlett, O'Dane Brown, and of course, Cheryl Reed Almazri is our in-house program coordinator.
Excellent. Well, again, some fantastic people doing some very important work. Thank you for that. Now, the COVID pandemic hit the small business sector particularly hard. The economy has now reopened, but a return to pre-pandemic activity has been slow. How are small businesses coping at present, particularly against the backdrop of the increased prices caused by the cost of living?
Well, the overall response is that it's a huge struggle and a challenge. Some businesses have redesigned their business by going online. Others have diversified products and services and have stayed afloat and are simply managing. Some have leveraged the pandemic and have done extremely well. And some, unfortunately, have closed their businesses entirely. With fuel prices going up and the importation of products and services being so limited right now, we're not going to magically be back to where we were in 2019. pre-pandemic. So it's a huge struggle and a challenge daily.
Of the businesses that have closed, is there any possibility that they might reopen in the right circumstances? I'm just trying to think of businesses that can be saved, or are we talking about businesses that have been lost altogether?
That's left to be seen in terms of, when we get back to where we are, concessions, incentives, it really just depends. Some businesses, have used and leveraged all of their personal income. So to reopen is going to mean funding. Funding is an issue. Staffing is an issue. Permits is an issue. So it really is left to be seen, really. So we'll just have to see. But we're mentoring. What part of our mandate is to mentor and coach small businesses. So sometimes we have to have those difficult conversations and saying this, that maybe that business was just not the right fit, but let's look at another way. Let's redesign your business and see how else we can assist you. So sometimes it's just those difficult conversations. And, financial management is always an issue with small businesses. Just how do we navigate through, having audited books and managing our books and managing our staff. So those are all difficult conversations. And those are conversations that sometimes we have to have with micro and small businesses.
Now, the former government offered pension holidays, business license holidays, mortgage holidays. For small business specifically, I believe they provided waivers to liquor licensing fees, waivers to trade and business fees. They offered small business grants and workshops. I think you mentioned the grants as well, just to name a few. Are any of these programs still being continued? And what else could the current administration be doing to ease the pressure that small business are presently facing?
So the pensions holiday was a huge assistance in the short term to small businesses. And we're made to understand that that'll start back the 1st of July. Small businesses understand the reasons for the pensions holiday, and we understand the reasons for pensions overall. And if we were back in our revenue stream pre-pandemic, we would be managing to pay pensions, but we're not. So paying pensions would be a hardship. Some small businesses feel that Caymanians should and must be mandated to pay pensions, but for expatriate workers who, a large number of them have pensions back home, it should be optional for those expatriates. And if they become PR holders, then mandatory contributions can start. And, we have to acknowledge that they can draw from their home country pensions. Mortgage holidays, from our perspective, was only for a few months in 2020, and it was added, to the back end of your mortgage. So we weren't escaping paying that. So these benefits that benefit particularly has not extended past 2020. So what more could the government be doing? Extend the pensions holiday a bit, allow it optional for expatriates possibly, reduce merchant fees at the banks, our tiered work permit structure based on the number of staff and the revenue, similar to the micro and small business trade and business incentive. Extend the micro and small business trade and business extensions so that we have a longer time to pay it. The $75 admin fee worked out perfectly for a number of us. Reduce customs duty for not just retail, but for other businesses. Assist us with a guaranteed small business funding program and have the eligibility criteria not be so stringent. Enact a rent control board, because a lot of small businesses struggle to pay the rent, and sometimes the landlords are not very easy to work with at times. Reduce the gas prices. A lot of us rely on gas for our revenue and delivery services. Extend the reduction of the liquor license fees so that some of us can continue to maintain our businesses. We, at SISPA, we celebrate the resourcefulness of entrepreneurs and existing small businesses. And it isn't for the faint of heart, Austin. It's for the brave, the patient, the persistent. We believe behind every small business, there's a story worth knowing. All the corner shops, the restaurants, the cleaners, the gyms, the hair salons, the important thing to remember is we didn't come out of nowhere. There's a story behind us. We're not afraid to take a chance. A lot of us have learned that the greatest failure is to try. And once we found something we love, we try to be the best at it. And we work extremely hard at whatever we do.
Talk to us about the assistance programs that the Cayman Islands Small Business Association offered to some of its clients, both pre and post pandemic.
Just to give you an idea, most recently, we assisted over 86 micro and small businesses with their small business grant application forms, the loan application forms. We wrote to landlords to get reduced rent. We wrote to all pension providers for assistance. We wrote to CUC and the water companies for reduction in payments. We assisted in writing business plans to redesign small businesses. We joined the Government Small Business Development Center to collaborate on workshops. Our passion really is to change the way we do business. We believe that small businesses provide growth and opportunity with the government's assistance, of course, and other entities that we intend to partner with. We believe in a stronger, cohesive relationship. So things like encouraging and fostering the innovative ideas of young entrepreneurs. We believe small business creates new jobs, it sparks prosperity. We also believe that we provide a future for young people and an opportunity for them to be creative and innovative. We believe that it's a journey to financial independence. We believe we encourage a middle-class growth, and we believe it means employment opportunities. So Minister Andre and Dr. Dax Bazdeo and Catherine Dinsfeld, the Deputy Chief Officer, has been extremely supportive. They continue to support our ideas. We're looking, as I mentioned, this is our 7th year to have an expo. And the expo allows small businesses and micro businesses to showcase their products and services. So you'll have some people have their cake decorating business, and some people will have the drone business kind of started at our expos. We have lots of people showcasing, some people like Island Grub will be there. There's lots of, retail shops that will showcase their businesses. So, the tire repairman, the carpenters, the masons, the plumbers, the hair salons, as I mentioned, the small restaurants, retail shops, those are all grassroots businesses. And those are the people that we kind of focus on. We've even had a fisherman that came in one day, and it's a funny story. He came in with this bag of money and he said, "Tell me what I do with this. I don't know what to do with this." And we said, "Well, you can't, number one, you can't walk around with this in your pocket. You need to open an account, a bank account." But some people are leery, back in the day, leery about going to the bank. So we had to help him fill out the application for the bank and, submit that. And we had to say, when you go into the bank, you kind of you can't go there barefoot. You gotta kind of dress up, have your little shirt and be presentable. Because if you're gonna go and you wanna do a loan, you have to show that you have cash deposits, not just credit card. You have to do a little credit card. So we helped him kind of set up his business as a business, because he was just selling it on the street. And we said, no, you can't just do that. If you want to be seen as a micro and small business and you want to go to government for funding, you want to go to the bank, you have to set yourself up. You have, some people don't have the wherewithal to manage the team or get their audited accounts, but we at least set them up as a business. But he just came with this wad of money and said, "Okay, I heard about you guys, help me." So those are the kinds of things that we do. We help people navigate through the bureaucracy. We help them understand that if you want to get a loan, you have to have a bank account. You have to show that you're getting cash deposits. You have to show a legitimate business. And those are the things, and those are the success stories that we have, So we have law firms. Cayman Law Firms was one of our grants back in 2019. And now it's 2 young Caymanians that have an awesome law firm. It's only the 2 of them. They have a couple of administrative staff, but those are our success stories. So that's what we want, the young entrepreneurs to know, that, any idea that you have, it starts from just an idea and then it becomes, a business, a very fruitful business. But you have to navigate between the idea and the thought and making it a business. And that's what we're there to do, to marry the two so that it's successful. And even after, we have networking sessions, we bounce ideas off of each other. If we have challenges, HR challenges, accounting challenges. On the board, we have accountants, we have HR professionals, we have business, people that own their own businesses and financial management. So we have we have a wealth of knowledge on the board, and we're available to anyone. It's a voluntary board. Our membership is only $150 a year. And from that, you get bartering, we barter for services. back in the old day, that's what you did. You bartered. If you have somebody that has a carpenter and you need a plumber, you say, okay, here's a plumber, so and so, and we barter. And that's how you make it in life until you can get off the ground. And then you say, all right, I have a fruitful business. I can manage to pay for my services. But otherwise, I have people calling all the time. I have an HR question, or I have this, and I put them in touch with an accountant. So that's what we want micro and small businesses to understand. SISPA is really about mentoring and coaching the success stories with the ones that are just starting up, and marrying the two, and networking, engaging our services, and having those difficult conversations to say, this may not necessarily be the business for you at this time, but let's see how we can help you redesign. We have web designers on our team. It's a wealth of knowledge at SISPA, and I really encourage people to call us 946-3147, email us SISPA, CISBA, Cayman @gmail.com.
I want to thank you for being our guest today. An opportunity for some closing remarks. Maybe there was an area that you felt, poignant enough to mention that perhaps I didn't ask the question.
Sure. We always have a saying. Thomas John Watson from IBM once said, to be successful, you have to have your heart in the business and your business in the heart. As small business owners, we want everyone to know that we all have our hearts in our businesses. We believe that micro and small businesses are the backbone of the Cayman Islands, and we have taken the leap of faith, and we have the courage to step out on our faith. We encourage all the persons that have those kinds of ideas and that passion and that drive to remember that success is the sum of all small efforts repeated day in and day out. So please stop by the small business office, talk to us. A lot of us have ideas, and we have upwards of 200 people in our membership. We have a WhatsApp group chat that's very active.
How does one get on the WhatsApp chat?
They have to be a member, so they pay their membership, and then we add you to the chat, and we kind of give a little bio about your business, so everybody knows who the new person is joining and what their business is. So you pay your $150 membership annually, and we actually waived it, believe it or not. We waived that membership fee. We just started it back in 2022, but we waived it in 2020 and waived it in 2021 together as a voice for the small business. The more of us join, the more the government will listen. So we encourage everyone to stop by and reach out to us.
Dawn McLean-Brady, President of the Cayman Islands Small Business Association, thank you so very much for joining us today, and we truly have enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you so much for having me, Austin.
It's been our pleasure. And to our audience, we again say thank you for taking the time to tune in. We hope you enjoyed today's conversation as much as we did. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if there's a discussion you would like to have us present here on Let's Talk, please feel free to leave those suggestions along with any other comments on our YouTube channel. Please tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. for another episode of Let's Talk, exploring the issues affecting all of our lives. I'm your host, Austin Harris. Until next time.